ready to go before we get kicked off here. So give us just a few more minutes.
White back up.
Yes, thank you.
That line, I don't want to ask the photographer to move just because he's got her in frame, but that line is no longer existent. So
It's shortly. There's still a short line right now, right?
Michelle, what would you say about that line? At 7 o'clock, we still had a long line.
At 7 o'clock, I believe we had 112 people in line here. So across the county, we had several hundred in line. And I didn't even get a chance to add it up, but anywhere between 500 and 750 as a guesstimate.
A little bit earlier, any reason on why you think such the backlog right at the end of Election Day?
I just think the voters were excited to come out and vote. I mean, like we mentioned earlier this afternoon, as long as they were in line by 7 o'clock, they'd be eligible to cast a ballot.
That's
And
the
they
case.
came out.
We're waiting on them.
We are.
To do so.
Yeah.
They showed up.
For sure, I'm happy. My last check before I came out here for today was a little over 98,000 voted early. I'm sorry, on Election Day.
98,000.
And counting. So we're inching towards 100,000 for today.
So at 4 o'clock, you were saying that we were hoping for 20% voter turnout, which would have been around 75,000, correct?
No, 75,000 put us for the entire time about 18 or 19%.
19.
Yes, but I didn't even look at the percentage before I walked out, so I'm sorry.
But as far as what we were expecting, we've shattered what we were
We have. We've already shattered 2023 numbers for Election Day. I believe we surpassed that at 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
I think everybody else is ready.
Yeah.
Well, drum roll.
Okay. Let me know.
I think we're ready, Michelle.
Let's do it. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us and for being patient with us. I know that everyone's on pins and needles, so I'm going to bypass, I should say, all of the constitutional amendments and go straight to Prop A for Bexar County. These are early voting numbers that do include ballot by mail. So Prop A, we had 57.474 Prop A and 42.53 against Prop A. For Prop B, we have 53.05 for Prop B and 46.95 against Prop B. For the mayor of Converse, we have Al Suarez ahead with 53.06%. For City of Shirts, council member place 2, Michelle Watson is at 69.66%. For Prop A for City of Shirts, we have 95.18 that said no for Prop A. For City of Windcrest Mayor with 54.10%, Dan Reese is ahead. For place 4, City of Windcrest, with 56.37%, Rainbow Presti is ahead in that race. For place 5, City of Windcrest, our leader in that with 41.45% is Rick Cockrum. For Measure A, City of Windcrest, they have 72.14%. Moving on to Bernie ISD Prop A, it currently is at 57.69% For East Central ISD, for Prop A, against is at 55.07. For Northeast ISD, 59.99%, we have for Prop A. For Prop B, we have 56.51 For Northeast ISD Prop C, we have 4 at 50.13%. For Prop D, 53% are against Prop D. For Prop E, 50.03% are against Prop E. For Judson ISD, 61.05 are against Prop A. For Trustee Place 4, it's the Shirts Cibolo Universal City ISD. Of course, there's one person on there, he's received 100%. For Place 5, at Shirts Cibolo Universal City ISD, 74.52% for Amy M. Thomas. For trustee place 6 at Shirt Cibolo Universal City Independent School District, 60.71 for Bill Pascal. For trustee place 7 at the Shirt Cibolo Universal City Independence ISD, 50.96 for Belinda Evans. And then for their Prop A, 54.59% are against it. For Bexar County Emergency Service District Prop A, 52.32 are for. And for Bexar County ESD number 9 Prop B, 54.46 are against. Of course, if you'd like to see the outcome for the constitutional amendment election, they will be on our website at bear.org/elections. Can I answer any questions for you all?
How did it go? Any problems, any issues?
No, there were not any issues that were reported this evening. Our release of numbers was delayed due to the Texas Election Code stating that election results should not be released until the polls have closed. Now, we did check with our polls. We still have voters in line, but we don't have hundreds. Like, we were close to 1,000 voters in line, so we waited for the line to dwindle down.
Just to get a kind of a recap here.
Sure.
Do you know how many voters we saw today?
Last look before I came out here was right over 98,000. They are still checking in voters. We look anywhere between 99,000 and 100,000 before the end of the night.
So looking at closer to 100,000.
For election day.
But right now, over 98.
Yes.
Election day voters.
Correct.
Does that include the early voting?
No, that's just election day.
And you originally were expecting 15 to 18%. Can you just talk to us about why you were expecting that range and why you think we got the turnout we did?
Well, I based it just on historical data from odd year elections. So we just compared the numbers, and that was a number that we were aiming for, anywhere from 15 to 18%. We're inching towards 20 at this time.
And then early voting numbers. How many early voters did we see this year?
Early voting, we had, of the number that I just gave to you, 11.5% of that came from early voting. We had right over 143,000. I didn't write down that number, so I'm sorry I didn't bring it with me.
143,000
Voted early.
voter early.
Yes. And basing off of memory, it might be 144. I think it's 144,077, if I'm not mistaken.
Comfortable with saying over 144?
Yes.
What is next now that it looks like this location is just about to be wrapped up? I know you have 285 polling sites, but what's next here?
Well, right now what we're doing is, you see the cars pulling in over there. Those are the sites that have already closed, and they're bringing in their numbers. So the next step will be, we'll be reporting the numbers once we hit 25% reported. And then we'll do it in 25% increments. Right before 10 o'clock, I'll give you another update so that you can have it for your 10 o'clock news. Our goal still is to get the numbers to you as fast as possible. As you can see, they're already starting to roll in. Once the locations that had the long lines at 7 o'clock are closed, that's when you'll really start to see a lot more traffic here.
So a lot of the cars out in the back are judges?
They're judges and alternate judges that are bringing in the voted ballots from their polling location.
And timeline on when you think those other ones will close?
Well, I kind of already blew that out of the water. I was hoping we'd be done closer to 10:30, but due to the long lines that were there at 7 o'clock, it'll probably be after 11 before we have a closer to 100% reporting.
Do you know how many are reporting right now?
No, because I only did early voting and came right out here. So when I walked out of there, none had come in from election day. They're just now starting to roll in.
Awesome stuff. I think that's
Okay.
it for me.
Anything else?
Thanks for the time.
Okay, thank you.
Keep that smile.
Yeah, yes.
There.
I see the light.
See a few different ones.
Yes, a few.
All right, very good.
Yes.